are Geekcentric, and you can be too. Love ya. Get home safe, guys. Peace. Welcome to the Geekcentric podcast. My name is Nate, and welcome to yet another special Behind the Geeks episode, where we sit down and interview the people who make the things we love. If you're joining us for the first time, we are Geekcentric, a podcast focusing on the world of movies, TV shows, games, toys, collectibles, and all things geek-centric. Joining me for this witch's brew of interviews. I don't know why I'm going like Dracula there. We have my brother, Kevin Hudson. How's it going today, Kevin?
I am doing splendidly, thank you.
Excellent. Kevin, before we get into things, we've been covering and talking about Hocus Pocus quite a bit over the last week, and I've been meaning to ask you, with which witch would you share a sandwich?
I don't. It's tough to do this without being a little mean. It wouldn't be Mary. I think her and I both have.
Oh no.
Her and I have good appetites, so I think we'd each want our own Sammy. Winifred, she doesn't seem like she's the sharing type. I think Sarah's the sweetest of them all, so I would definitely pick her.
Of course, and you've already got your own Sarah Sanderson. If you will. So
yeah, and she's not much for sharing food, so I could definitely use a new Sarah to share food with.
See, I was going to go with Mary Sanderson just because she's always hungry, right? And she seems so delighted by anything and everything. I think you could just shove a few raspberry skin cleansing face masks into a roll, and she'd be totally good.
It would be delicious.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It would be, yeah. Awesome. Well, before we get to our special guests, I want to let everyone watching or listening know that our spoiler-free review for Hocus Pocus 2 is out right now. And spoilers, we really enjoyed it. So definitely check that out. On top of that, we have a ton of other content, great content that we've released recently, other interviews with folks like Dan Whitney, a.k.a. Larry the Cable Guy. We got her done with the voice of Mater, so definitely check that out. We also have an interview with director Kat Coiro, who is the director of a few of the episodes, or 6 of the episodes, of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, as well as lead writer of that series, Jessica Gao. And we also had an interview recently with the songwriting duo behind the live-action Pinocchio. Justin sat down with Alan Silvestri and Glenn Ballard, and we have so many more interviews and reviews, so be sure to subscribe on YouTube or on podcast services of your choice. But today, as you can probably tell from the title of this episode, we are talking with some magical folks behind a movie, honestly, 29 years in the making. That's right. Today, we welcome onto the podcast from Hocus Pocus 2, director Anne Fletcher, alongside cast members Whitney Peak, BELISSA ESCOBEDO, LILIA Buckingham, Sam Richardson, and the legendary Doug Jones, Billy Butcherson himself. A huge cauldron-sized thank you to our friends at Disney Studio Canada for allowing us to take part in these interviews. We always say it, but it does mean so much to us to get the chance to talk to these incredible creators and directors and performers who make the things we love. So, without further ado, let's get to the interviews. That's kind of sounded like I was doing a spell there, Kevin. I don't know. Hey, Whitney, Belissa, Lilia, welcome to the Geekcentric podcast. My name is Nate. How are you doing?
So good. How are you?
Yeah, doing good. Were you just talking about how Canadians say sorry? Is that what you're just talking about now?
I knew he heard you.
How did you hear that?
It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're very apologetic here. It's totally fine.
I love Canadians.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah, there she is.
Canadian.
First off, congrats on the movie. You were all excellent in it.
Thank you.
I do have to admit something though. I only watched the first Hocus Pocus movie like days before watching the sequel.
You know what? Maybe
is that
it's
your
a
experience
Canadian
as well?
thing.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a
It wasn't as
Canadian
popular in
thing.
Canada.
I watched it after I auditioned for it, so maybe it's Canadian.
There we
just
go.
weren't getting as exposure. You know what I mean? It's not a
I don't
Canadian
feel
movie,
as
I
bad.
guess.
I like that one.
We'll change that with this one. All the
There we
Canadians
go.
love us now. Hocus Pocus
It's
2.
going to be huge in Canada. Yeah, 100%.
Yay!
Now I've got some. We don't have a ton of time, unfortunately, but I've got some quick fire questions. I want you to answer the first thing that comes to your minds. You ready?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Which Sanderson sister do you connect with the most?
Winifred.
Mary.
Sarah.
There you go. Okay. What's one word you'd use to describe this movie?
Spectacle.
Oh,
Camp.
Camp.
Kooky.
Kooky. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Kooky.
Okay. Cauldron, finger zaps, or potions?
Finger zaps.
Cauldron.
Finger zaps.
Yeah. You got to do the finger zaps.
Zaps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who'd you rather take to Disneyland, Book or Billy Butcherson?
Billy Butcherson. Oh.
Yeah.
Book.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Book, yeah.
It's a Carrie book.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
like a baby. People carry babies.
Real.
Yeah. I feel like Book could probably like float alongside you. I don't know. Something like that.
Right.
True.
Right.
And then
Okay.
could probably do a spell to get you to the front of the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go. And I want to know if, obviously we all love Binks, the cat from the original movie. I want to know if each of you could pick your own talking familiar, what animal would you choose? And Lilia, don't be afraid to pick an Eevee if you want.
How did you know that?
I do my research. I know things.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
If I get an Eevee, it's an Eevee.
Yeah,
oh my God.
obviously.
It's an Eevee. Or my dog, Ghost. I wish Ghost could talk. But she's like a Pomeranian Husky. She gives Eevee. So
Yeah. There you go.
I would do a puma.
Whoa.
Ooh, whoa.
Yeah.
That's epic.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what mine's gonna be?
It's a gimme cat.
No, a minion.
A minion?
Familiar. I would
Wait, a
love
minion is, but is that an animal though?
Yeah.
That's up to question. So I feel
There
like
you
it
go.
half counts.
I love it. I love it. Amazing.
You
Okay,
know,
well, listen, all of you again were so phenomenal in this movie. I love the sense of sisterhood that I think this movie really makes shine forward, and all three of you really brought that together. So thank you so much for that.
Thank
Thank
you.
No,
you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And wow.
And yeah, I'll be shouting from the hills of Canada
I was
to
gonna say
you know.
Canadian Hill.
The
Yeah.
Canadian.
He's got our backs, you guys.
There you go.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you again so much for your time. All of you have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah.
Cool setup.
Yeah.
Thank you.
really
Yeah.
Hi, Anne. My name's Justin. Welcome to the Geekcentric podcast. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing great. I'm very excited to chat with you about this magical movie and coming back 29 years later to kind of revisit it all.
Yeah.
And given that we are talking about a Disney classic that does have a lot of memories, I'd love to tap into maybe some of your memories. Like, what was your first interaction with Hocus Pocus? Was it something that you discovered early on, or did it connect with you later in life?
I saw the movie when it first came out, as I would, because I love comedy so much. I've always, I literally wanted to be the next Gilda Radner. That was my mission in life. So comedy is my go-to. And then funny women was my everything. So I saw the movie originally in 93. And then I was a dancer. So I was often dancing in the world for many, many years. And so my life just sort of took over. And Halloween for me, it was always for children. It's my favorite time of year to give candy to kids. And when you open the door, you see that. So I didn't participate as an adult in Halloween. It wasn't my thing, but I love it for children. I love when people do participate, especially as the Sanderson sisters. So then obviously the movie, I revisited it when they asked me to make it. And so I was like, oh, I need to watch this again. And I did. And of course I had a blast. And you do go, oh, I see why these people love this movie so much.
Yeah, no,
I missed out on that.
Yeah, no, I totally feel the same way, kind of getting prepared for this in the review, rewatching it and familiarizing myself and forgetting some of those really charming moments. But it's so great to see how it still holds and how this movie really does connect and kind of serve as a continuation for that sort of charming nature of the Sanderson sisters.
Oh,
and, again, given the recent resurgence and celebrations of cult classics like, the Top Gun Mavericks or the Cobra Kai, or even keeping it with Disney, something like Mighty Ducks Game Changers, which is just coming up. What is it about now that makes it relevant to bring back the Sanderson sisters 29 years later?
Well, I don't know about those other movies that you spoke about. I know about Hocus Pocus. I like to say that Disney was listening, because the fans have been extremely loud in a beautiful way of adoring this movie. And all you have to do is open your door and walk on the street in Halloween, and you'll see the Sanderson sisters everywhere you go in real life. So it was really, the sequel was always owed to the fans, I think, on some level. And I think two of my executives, Jess Virtue and Rachel Young from Disney, are the ones who said, because they're uber fans of the original movie, they're like, we have to do this. Look at the fans. And so I think Disney was like, yeah, let's do it. And it's divine timing, right? It just is. I don't know why or how, but the fans deserve a sequel. They deserve more time with these delicious characters who you love so much. They're just so evil yet delicious and crazy and yet perfect. I don't know, but it was amazing.
Awesome.
I'm excited for the fans.
Yeah, and I honestly, we were talking about that as well. This is for the fans. This is for those who really grew up and loved this Hocus Pocus and want to see the story continued. So and thank you so much for taking the time to join us here on the Geekcentric.
Great to meet you.
It was very great to meet you.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day, and
thank you.
Bye.
You as well. I like the piece. Bye, my love.
Hi, gentlemen. It's Kevin from the Geekcentric podcast. First of all, I just want to say, as somebody who saw the movie at 8 years old in theaters and has watched it every single year since, I am just such a big fan of Hocus Pocus, and it's so exciting to talk to you both. Doug, I'm going to really quickly start with you. After 29 years, did you think you would ever get to play Billy Butcherson again? And how excited were you when you found out you were going to have a larger role in this movie than the original?
Well, I had always hoped that I could revisit him in my dreams, like that. I would love to see more of Billy and find out more about Billy. But expecting, or I didn't, especially as time passed, it's like, I don't know. That kind of decision making is above my pay grade. But when the fandom kept growing and they were like asking and petitioning for a sequel, it's like, well, maybe this could happen. And especially when the three original witches were saying, yes, I saw them being interviewed and being asked the same question. And when Bette Midler says, yes, I would love to revisit Winifred and do this again, like, okay, then we're getting closer. We're getting closer.
It's not an if at that point, it's a when, really.
Kind of, yeah. So getting the call that it was actually happening with a date on the calendar was like, yeah. I was elated, just elated. And I said yes before I even knew what the story was going to be or how it was going to come together, because I knew it was going to be great.
That's amazing. And it certainly is. Sam, I want to just say welcome to the Hocus Pocus family. It seems like when I first said that I've been a fan since I was 8 years old, it seems like you too discovered the film at a young age.
84, born.
I'm in 85, or so we're really close there.
Right on top of each other. Same. I watched the movie the very first. I don't know if it was opening weekend, but I saw it right at the top, and I've watched this movie ever since. So to get to be in it is like the ultimate fan move, I think.
Oh, I think so. Were you nervous about stepping into such a beloved franchise?
Certainly. You certainly don't want to come in and be the thing that that brings it down. And so I hope that didn't happen.
You fit right in.
And that's the dream and the goal, is to be part of the fabric of that piece that you love so much and have it continue, and like you fit within the weave of it. And I think I was able to do that.
I think you did.
I think so.
I
Absolutely. And you two have such great chemistry on screen together. I only wish we had more of you. But who knows, maybe in another 29 years. Really quickly before I go here, I did want to play a quick game. It's a classic, but we'll do it with a PG Disney spin. I want to know, kiss, marry, curse for the Sanderson sisters.
Kiss, marry, or curse.
Kiss, marry, curse.
Okay. Well, I would like to. Can I start?
Yes, please.
But because as the story goes in the first movie, I did kind of leave one for the other. So I would kiss Sarah. I would probably marry Mary, because she seems like the stable one, believe it or not, even as goofy as she is. And of course, curse Winifred. Billy has nothing good to say or think about her.
No, absolutely. That's exactly where I thought you'd go with that.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Yeah. I think I would kiss Sarah because she's boy crazy.
Uh-huh.
I would marry Mary because she's like the most supportive out of the three of them. She supports her sisters. Therefore,
Right.
she'd be supportive of her husband, I think, as well.
Yeah.
And then curse Winifred because she's the one who curses. Kind of these are the things that, like, it's all in the name, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mary, curse the cursor.
There we go. Perfect. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for taking some time. Best of luck with the movie. I think it's going to wow people over and become a new holiday tradition for everyone. So best of luck and have a great day.
Thanks so much.
You.
And we're back. Well, I got to say, Kevin, that was almost as lovely and as wholesome as the movie itself. Don't you think?
I think so. They were all just so nice and so open to talking about it. And I think it showed how excited they were for the movie and for fans to finally get to see it.
Absolutely. Kevin, how was it getting to chat with the icon, the legend, Billy Butcherson himself?
Well, I mean, I've got my Billy Butcherson tombstone here behind me. I mean, that's a character that's, been a part of my Halloween. And anybody who listens to the show knows how big Halloween is for my wife and I. And so Billy Butcherson has just been this character that is integral to Halloween every single year for us. And so to finally get to talk to him, as brief as it is, I mean, these interviews are always so quick and you wish you could ask 100 questions. But just that little, that brief moment to hear how he was excited to come back after 29 years. And so as a fan, it was like, oh, it's so awesome to have this character back, and to get more of him in the movie also made it that much better.
Yeah, man. Doug Jones, calling him legendary. He's Abe Sapien from Hellboy, Pale Man from Pan's Labyrinth. Like, the guy is known for incredible monster portrayals. So he's just such a perfect fit with obviously this. I guess we can call it a franchise now that there's more than one of them.
Exactly,
Is that fair to say?
Exactly. Yep.
I loved how you connected with Sam over kind of when you both saw the movie. It was nice to see.
Yeah, we bonded over that. We're about the same age and had similar experiences with it. And so that was definitely really cool to hear. And so I can only imagine if he's as big a fan as I am to all these years later be a part of that now. Must have been so exciting for him.
It's so good. And then, dude, I got to applaud you because when I did my interview, I was trying to think of like, what do I do with three people for 4 minutes, right? Or I think I got it 3.5 minutes. But I got to applaud you with the kiss, marry, curse. Was perfect. I completely agree with both Sam and Doug with those answers. I was so stoked that you didn't have to explain the rules for the game, because as you said, like it gets such a short amount of time, they just knew. And that is kind of a theme with everyone from this movie, is they just get it. They get the movie, they get the world they're in, and I was happy to see that they understood the rules of Kiss, Marry, Curse.
Exactly. I would maybe only switch up. I would marry Mary. I've had a crush on Kathy Najimy as Mary since I was just a kid. I don't like it's maybe the character she plays in Sister Act that really just I fell in love with her there. So I would just switch those around. But yeah, we're cursing the heck out of Winifred. Even if number 2 maybe opens up a slight soft spot for her.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely feel it. And I you called out Billy Butcherson's gravestone. I love that nobody said anything, both for your interview and Justin's.
I know. I was so hoping somebody would notice it, because it's a pretty iconic, gravestone that we've now seen in 2 movies. You know, it's just so I was hoping, but with so little time, maybe if I had a little more time, I would have done some nudging over my shoulder or something, a little stretch, a Billy Butcherson stretch or something.
But you knock it over and accidentally fix it.
Let me just fix that for you. Yeah, exactly.
Anne Fletcher was so lovely. She was so enchanting. And you can tell she, like we were saying, she understands this movie. She understands the franchise so well. And she mentioned that she's a dancer, and these movies and the Sanderson sisters do so well with physicality and physical comedy. I think it's just, you have to imagine her background in dancing really helped to direct those moments.
Especially because there's a big moment in both films that revolves around music and dance. In this one, there's a huge number that having that vision, that background, probably really helped make it as fun and integral to the movie as it did become.
Yeah, and you can tell that like there was such a focus from the interview, like how much focus she did have on fans. I think bringing that up with Justin is to just like how loud this cult following, for lack of better words, made how much noise they made for this movie is so great. And then like getting to hang out with the three new ladies in the cast, that was a party. I gotta tell you, we had a lot of fun.
You gave me kudos earlier for interviewing two people at once and finding a question to work with them. I could not imagine, just because these young ladies had so much energy and enthusiasm, and so with so little time, you had to really keep focus there, and you guys had such great rapport instantly, and it was such a fun sort of exchange there. Like I think the energy was contagious off of all of you, and it was such a fun back and forth. And once again, it's the enthusiasm that all of these players in this production have for this movie, and rightfully so. They are not blowing smoke up anybody's butts here, pretending to be proud of this. I think they're truly proud of it because it is just such a perfect movie for the fans like us, and so many of the members of this cast were fans of the original that now get to play a part of it. So it's just so palpable and real, their enthusiasm for everything.
Yeah, and it comes through in their performances in the movie as well as like in the interviews. So I love that they were clearly, like, when I got into the interview, it doesn't actually show in the interview, but they're like, Lilia's like just bringing up like, I heard her say sorry, like in some sort of like pretend Canadian accent, and so I had to bring it up. I couldn't resist. And with Whitney being Canadian as well, it all worked out really well. And I love, like, Wednesday Addams vibes from Whitney were just insane. If you're just listening to this and you haven't watched the YouTube version, go over to YouTube, watch the YouTube version. Look at her outfit. I was like, can she be in the next Wednesday Addams portrayal? Because she looked phenomenal with that. So that was pretty fantastic. And I loved getting to connect with our, anytime we get to connect with these creators, but specifically with folks from Canada, I think is really fun. It just kind of, as you said, it helps that sort of match that level of energy. And the fact that she shared in her newness to the franchise, just like I was, it's like, great. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was feeling a little bit ashamed of myself coming into that interview.
Right. No, you kind of found something to bond with each of them. That's what made that work so well. It was a perfect fit for everyone. And yeah, I think your newness, it's such a reflection of how this movie will not just connect with old fans of the original, but with new fans. I think this is like, if there was a Hocus Pocus craze going on before, this is just going to shoot it to the moon.
Yeah, dude, 100%. And Kevin, just to wrap things up here, I want to know about yourself. Who would you rather go to Disneyland with, Book or Billy Butcherson?
See, I mean, as a big guy, I always like to ride with a smaller person just so I have a little bit. This is on a plane. This is at a ball game. Yeah. This is on ride. I have a little bit more leg room, arm room. So Billy would be great in that regard. I'm not sure about the bad breath. That might not be fun as the wind's blowing in your face.
Yeah. If he was sitting in front of you, those rides that only have two spots.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do Space Mountain with him in front, that's for sure.
That's awesome.
But, I mean, Book, I just think... there's so much potential there for, I would love a Mickey Rice Krispie Square right now. Let's make this happen without having to wait in line. Boom. Yeah. And maybe you don't even need to do the genie and all the fast pass line stuff. Book is hooking you up front of the line for every attraction. And I would definitely, maybe Book. I'm going to go with Book.
Cool. Yeah. I think I would agree, because the trouble with traveling with Billy Butcherson at Disneyland is they have a strict no costumes policy unless it's Halloween. So if it was on Halloween, oh, dude, 100% Billy Butcherson and I are hanging out. But if it's any other day, it's got to be Book. I agree with you. I think Belissa had such a great idea with not having to pay for the Magic Band Plus or whatever they call it these days, or whatever it is, and just use all the magic from Book to add even more magic to the my Disney fan card is going to be revoked. Most magical place on Earth, happiest place on Earth. I can never remember which one it is.
It's both. But just really quickly, as somebody who's done a pretty decent cosplay during Halloween at Disney, I was Wreck-It Ralph one year. Yeah. And being a big guy, the costume was really great. And I ended up getting stopped for autographs. And there was one point when we were crossing through a parade route, and people thought I was part of the parade. And I was waving and high-fiving these kids.
That's awesome.
Billy be getting stopped for photo ops all day long. You would never get to any of the rides. So you'd just have to come up with some sort of costume to like something to wear over. Get him a big oversized Splash Mountain T-shirt or something,
something like
that. Just to hide him.
Just to hide him up. And then I want to just quickly shout out, I'm happy that yet another one of our incredible guests on the podcast commented on my lighting setup yet again, especially after our interviews with Andor Cast. Definitely go check out that one on YouTube as well to see Denise Goss and Kyle Solar's reaction to the lights in my room, which took up, unfortunately, like half the interview.
I mean, it's unfortunate. This is kind of maybe a lot of people's first look at the setup that I have for my podcasting.
Yeah.
And because we're just audio primarily, I haven't put much thought into it, but I think I'm going to have to do some reconfiguring here. I have all these shelves with collectibles and stuff. Maybe I'll flip it around and show that off just to give it a little bit more personality. Nobody will ever be able to compete with your incredible setup, obviously, but mine's looking really bland right now. I'm feeling like I'm letting people down. But, I think that's a task for the future.
We can get some magic going on, get some finger zaps going on. I think we'll make it happen. Again, huge thanks to Disney Studios Canada for helping us set this up. Again, it's always so freaking cool to get to like watch these movies and then to get to talk to the people that are in them and made them literally days later is a feeling that I don't think I'll ever not get goosebumps for. So
it's a dream come true.
It's awesome.
It's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
It's just such a cool opportunity after being a fan for 30 years, whatever it is, right? Like our whole lives, we've been fans of these people and the movies they make, and just to get even that brief glimpse behind the scenes and to just, it's not even just as much about hearing their stories, but just getting a brief second to tell them how important and special these things are. It's both of those, and it's always so much fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. Again, thanks to Disney Studios Canada to make these opportunities possible for us. That is it for this special Behind the Geeks episode with the director and cast of Hocus Pocus 2. We hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, feel free to subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/Geekcentric, where you might be watching this right now, or where you might be listening to this here on your podcast service of choice. And if you want to write into the show with your thoughts or any of the shows we cover, you can reach us at wearegeekcentric@gmail.com. That's wearegeekcentric@gmail.com. Or if that's a little bit too, what we're going to say, 19th century Salem, is that far enough back? 17th century. Dude, listen, I'm too young for all this 17th century stuff. If that's too 17th century Salem for you, you can hit us up on Twitter at GeekcentricYT, as well as on Instagram at WeAreGeekcentric. Keep in mind, we have a ton of weekly content that we do as well, like our This Week in Geek series, where we discuss the latest news and trailers. With our most recent episode, Kevin hosted, and we discussed the return of Wolverine to the MCU in Deadpool 3, which is mind-blowing, as well as the trailer for HBO's The Last of Us. And lastly, we currently have 2 watch clubs going on right now, one for She-Hulk Attorney at Law, and the other for Andor, with both of those series covering our thoughts and theories as we go through each episode. So that is it. Kevin, I have to say, come, we fly! And as we say, love ya.
Get home safe, guys.